I don't know why the YouTube algorithm keeps recommending me Precogvision's videos. Maybe it wants me to make a video exposing Precogvision, but he recently made a video talking about does money buy happiness in audio, and he's talking about these multi-$1,000 in-ear monitors and how you can spend thousands of dollars and achieve amazing audio quality, and how once you buy like a $1,000 IEM, you're reaching diminishing returns. And it's some of the most retarded shit I've ever heard in my life. And, I previously said that the Etymotic ER2SE was all you needed to spend to achieve perfect audio quality. And I think at the time that was like $50 on sale, but I think the MSRP is closer to $100. But now the best audio quality you can get from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz is with these $10 AKG EO IG955 earphones. Then you add an additional $10 for these SpinFit W1 ear tips. So basically $20 and you're getting the endgame hardware. And most of the money is then spent on this measurement device to calibrate your units to perfection. It's not really about the physical hardware costs at the end of the day. Maybe in theory you could get like a perfectly matched unit, which I've never seen. I've measured like probably 10 units at this point. All of them had significant channel imbalance at some place or another. But, okay, now we're at $120, and then you add a DAC amp, which really does not have to be that expensive. QDelix 5K could be like $100. So what are we at now? Like $220 total, and you have the end game audio quality. So does money buy happiness in audio? If $220 is a lot of money, then sure. But I think, the additional costs come in other places. Like if you want to listen to 9.1.6 speaker renders for Dolby Atmos mixes, then you basically need a macOS device, and that would be like the highest cost item in your playback chain, not even your audio equipment, right? And even this, it's like you don't necessarily need to buy this. Maybe you could use a friend's, and then you just calibrate your $10 earphones and $10 ear tips for free, basically. The hardware costs of the earphones themselves are just not high at all. And you look at all of these stupid in-ear monitors Precogvision is hyping up. Like, the whole concept of the in-ear monitor was designed for stage musicians to block out the noise of the sound reinforcement systems like behind them or on the stage, which were playing at really high levels, and allowing the musicians to monitor their voice in these high noise environments. There's a reason why open back headphones are considered the end game for sound quality. It's because you get the most natural perceived sound delivery when there's no occlusion effect and you can't really hear your voice reverberating inside your head. The AKG EO IG955 earphones with the SpinFit W1 ear tips alleviate the occlusion effect to a degree which no other IEM which Precogvision is promoting does. They barely fill up my concha or the bowl of my ear, and this allows sounds from inside my head to escape. And when I'm speaking here, it doesn't really sound that bad, in the sense like my voice isn't reverberating inside my head that much. And these ear tips are really flexible, which also allows sound to escape from inside my head really easily. And yeah, maybe these don't have as much isolation as the multi-$1,000 earphones Precogvision is promoting, but the point is, like, how much money do you need to spend to achieve the best sound quality? And if you're listening in a quiet room, which is the most audiophile scenario, like the AKG EO IG955 obliterates any of these multi-$1,000 IEMs, aside from the Odyssey LSD-i4, which Precogvision doesn't even promote because he doesn't seem to really believe in using EQ to make audio gear better. If you're going to spend so much money on an in-ear headphone, it has to be the Odyssey LSD-i4, because otherwise, what are you doing? The LSD-i4 has great frequency resolution across 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, but the tuning is really off the mark, and if you just EQ it to the PEC to be diamond target, you're going to get better sound quality than the AKG EO IG955. So, you can spend an additional $2,500 on the Odyssey LSD-i4 and technically beat the AKG EO IG955 when it comes to an in-ear device, but I think the AKG EOIG 955 is in a really interesting position because it's not fully open back, meaning that you're able to still get some isolation, like the air conditioner behind me is being blocked out to some degree, so it's improving the signal to noise ratio, but it's not so dramatic that it's like making me feel like I'm blocked off from the environment. And yeah, there's really no better value in audio than the AKG OIG 955 with SpinFit W1 ear tips, even including the IEC 60318-4 measurement device. You can get the Moondrop Chew 2 and have a huge dip after 8 kilohertz in the upper treble, and it's not going to be fixable with EQ, especially because small position changes and insertion depth are going to dramatically influence the treble behavior, whereas on the AKG OIG 955, it's been shown that the behavior after like the resonance frequency is basically the same regardless of how you insert the earphone. It's really on a completely different level in terms of the driver performance. I mean, yeah, like the AKG EOIG 955 $10 earphones with the $10 SpinFit W1 ear tips is just on a completely different level from all of these crappy in-ear monitors Precogvision is promoting.